Kapow! Hello, Spurs fans. It's Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all doing well, folks. There's a few of you in here already. Hello, everyone. That'll do, that'll do. I'm feeling boisterous. I finished work. It is 7 p.m. here in Sydney, which means it's 8 a.m. in the UK and some other time in America. Who knows what it is over there, weirdos. Apart from Jacob, the number one Spurs channel in America, United Spurs of America. I'm excited. Because tomorrow morning I'm going to get up bright and breezy. Hopefully I'll get up around 4 a.m, do a few hours work, come back home, and then I'm off. My road to Tottenham, New South Wales starts tomorrow. I'm going to head up to my friend, Mountain Bushman, who lives in the Blue Mountains. He's a wily old fox, man. He can see the wind. He can smell the temperature. That's how wily he is. And then probably next day, we're going to mosey on off to the middle of New South Wales, verging on outback country. There's going to be nothing there, but I'm looking forward to it, because what I want to do is I'm going to go there, scout around a bit, see a bit of nature and desert and God knows what, and watch the West Ham game. I've just talked to the Tottenham Hotel. They've got accommodation. I'm sure it's going to be brilliant. I did ask you don't have to show Premier League games. No, we've got pictures of them, she said. So I think I'm going to be leaving Sydney in 2023 and arriving in Tottenham, New South Wales in 1823. But that's all part of the fun. I don't know if they've heard of Tottenham Hotspur much there, but I'm going to tell them about it. I've got all my kits and everything in the washing machine, doing my laundry. But I'm excited, I did a video earlier today. I hope you folks have got the chance to see it. I'll come to the chat in a minute. And I'm feeling good. And I'm thinking, you know what? If Andrew's got the balls to stick to his football principles, maybe I've got to show a bit more balls too. Maybe I've got to back him a bit more in the team. And you know what? After that display from what is probably going to be our worst lineup, one of our worst lineups, and we rattled the hell out of Manchester City. We cracked. They're under investigation from the FA for just being. I think we can win the league. That's what I reckon. I think we can win the league. We've got Newcastle this weekend. We've got West Ham, then Newcastle. Two games this week. Yes, man. More Tottenham goodness. And then we've got a beautiful string of fixtures through till April. When I say beautiful, winnable. But, we've done the hard ones. We've played away at Arsenal. We've played away at Manchester City. Did all right. Nicked a point in each. Could have won both. They couldn't have won. Well, maybe Manchester City in the first half could have won, but, we'll just forget. We'll erase that one. We're 6 points off the top. And like I said in my video earlier today, I'm only counting that as 3 because they haven't come to our gaff and played us at Tottenham yet. And we're going to win that one. I've got no doubt we're going to win that one. So why not, eh? Bugger it. We can win the league. Anyway, let's see what you people in the chat think. I was pretty chuffed with my video today. I might get onto why a bit later. Here we go. As I nervously wait for the comment to appear on my screen. It's not appearing on my screen. Why isn't it appearing on my screen? Urgh. You know what? Let's do a bit of this. Refresh cache. These technical gubbins, eh? There we go. All right. I know to do that in my pre-startup procedure. I'll update my documents. Yasorian, g'day, man. Going to deep into Wiradjuri country, man. Wiradjuri country. Lovely. Can't wait. Afternoon, Paul and Hippies. Afternoon, man. Who do we have to prove ourselves against next? Oh, that's a good question, isn't it? I mean, it's hard to say because, as you would know, I know you're a fairly new Tottenham fan, man, but I don't think we've played anyone yet. No one that's really, made us look ordinary. Who's left? Who haven't we played? Nottingham Forest. Maybe Nottingham Forest can give us a game, eh? They've won the European Cup twice, so, you know, they've got pedigree. MM11, Hotspur Hippie, how to cure suicidal thoughts. It's annoying, it's affecting my life. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Look, I'm a bit reticent to give advice about that sort of thing. The only thing I can say is that if you're having trouble, Lifeline's really good. I used to do counselling for Lifeline. So if it's all getting on top of you, they'll at least... they won't... Look, they're not going to fix your problems, but they'll at least buy you a bit of time, if you know what I mean. Because I've been there, man. I know how things can get to you, but I think it'd be unfair for me to say do this or do this. You probably yourself know deep down what the best thing to do is. You might be just having a bit of trouble, you know, getting there yourself. But if you're in real bad strait, I can tell you, Lifeline, man, they've got really good, you know, to get on the phones. I had to do a 6 months training course, and then even then, they vet everyone, and like only half make it. So. You know, my sympathy's with you, man. I hope things get better, but I can't tell you what you should and shouldn't do, man. Sorry about that. Jamie Gitman, big up, Paul. We rattled them so much, we got Haaland to be like Richarlison in front of you. Goal, can you imagine? Can you imagine, man? If you would have said to me before the game that Haaland would have trouble with Ben Davies and who's the other guy? And Emerson Royale. I'd have laughed in your face. Haaland. But we're in his head. Did you see the way he was after the game? He's gone, man. He's gone. Cracked. And this is... You remember when we were beating teams, beating teams so bad in the first part of the season? It would take them weeks to recover. Manchester City now have got at least 2 suspensions I know about. I think they're playing Aston Villa next. So they're going to be weakened. You got Haaland rattled. You got a lot of the players rattled. And you know what? Gio Lo Celso, all is forgiven, man. He gave Haaland a little farewell off the pitch. I think that speaks volumes. So well done, Gio. And Haaland. Oh, you're not so cool, calm, and Scandinavian when things don't go your way, eh? Eh? You're sorry, because about talking about balls, Paul. You might be approached by men's grooming device. Oh, men's grooming device company. I can't wait till that happens, man. Can you see me doing that? I'll tell you what, if I ever do that, unsubscribe, man. I'm sure they pay decent whack because everyone's doing it. But, I mean, God. You know, this gives you a clue as to, you know, I don't want to be too graphic or anything, but, I mean, come on. Anyway, I did look at the reviews on Amazon, and apparently it's crap. It's a crap product. So, you know, they've just got their name through all Tom, Dick and Harry advertising for them. I'm not, you know, I'm just saying that's me. Everyone, you know, I'm not saying it's wrong that they've done it or anything like that. I get it. They're playing the game. Tigaro is a BD. Hello, everyone. Hello, Tigaro. Welcome. Member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Super chats and memberships are available. If you want to see me doing a little less driving, which is about 60 to 70 hours a week. Yeah, about 70 hours last week. And a bit more of this, you know what to do. But no obligation, man. No obligation. Just come here and have a bit of fun. And the fun stopped now because everyone stopped. Everyone stopped talking. Oh, well. You know what? To fill in time, I have catered for this scenario. Let's have a look at the Predict the Football competition. So, here's the details. Never too late to join. You know, it's a week-by-week winner or a month-by-month winner. And, you know, we'll see who's going well over time, you know. But you can always join anytime you want. It's free to join. You've got to give them bugger all information. You might get the odd ad saying there's girls in your area. There's no girls in my area. I've had a look for a while and tumbleweeds, man. If you join up and you put in my league code, which is 434043... keep saying that wrong, man. I'm trying to help and I keep stuffing it up. 534030. Just join in. Join in. We've got a few people in there. We'll have a look and see how this week went. I had a better week than last week, but still pretty bloody mediocre, to be honest, To be honest. It's a redundant phrase, isn't it? But it fills time. Here we go. This is how we all did this week. David Calvino has got the top of the pops with 11 points. I don't know why he's quite ahead. I don't know how they work it. But Craig, the Gecko man, came from bottom last week. He was pushing up the daisies last week. We'd all written him off. Who's this guy who doesn't know soccer ball? And he's second this week. And Hodder's Boot is third. I'm about mid-table. And look at down here. So many people on zero. I mean, dear oh dear, look at all this. I don't even look at their tips. I'll have a look at mine. There you go. You see, you get this little thing now, and you just say, no, I'm not interested. I'm not taking your survey. Go away. Why would I want to do that? It's tips for next week already. Well, can't I see what I've done? Can't I? Oh, yeah, you just click this, don't you? There we go. All right. So what do I get? So, yeah, of course I'd go against Arsenal. This is why, don't look at me for football knowledge. I'm a one-eyed Spurs fan. So I got Brentford, Luton. I was only a goal out. I didn't get a point for that. Yeah, great. Burnley, Sheffield. I got that. Newcastle, Man United. I was overestimating Man United's scoring capacity. Remember, Ten Hag is the man who's bottled his football philosophy. He hasn't got the players he wants to do. He wants to play football the way he wants. So he's having to adapt. Bad way to go, man. Bad way to go. Dead man walking, Ten Hag, I tell you. Oh, I got 3 points for this. Why is that? Oh, because I got the... What, you get the right score and you just get 3? Man City, I was halfway there. I knew we'd score 3. I just didn't factor in, our poor first half. So when the boys started listening to Ange, we came good. All right, it's enough of that. So let's predict the football. League code 534030. Oh, it's there. I forgot. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Hopefully I've tapped fast enough to get one more. Oh, a few more comments. Yes, man. Here we go. Any big plans for 2024? Asked Sniper. I mean, plans for... look, I don't even wear a watch, man. I'm flat out knowing what I'm going to do for dinner, let alone 2024. Look, going to save a bit of money. I would like to do a bit of travelling again. Probably around Australia at the moment. If I go international, probably Gili Air, which is an island off Bali in Indonesia, which is beautiful. But I do want to save up for a Hajj. And after I've done my Hajj, if I've got money, then I'd like to go to England and watch some Spurs games. But only you can make it happen out there. Because I ain't going to do it working for bloody Uber. Well, I might do, actually. It's not bad at the moment. Hey, we got one of the two Ronnies here. One of the two Ronnies. Good evening, good morning from North London. Cheers to you, sir. I'm just having a quick refreshing ale. I'm going to go to bed soon. I'm going to have some dinner and go to bed because I want to get up nice and early, get some runs on the board with Uber, and then that's it. 5 days off. Oh, my Lord. In a row. God. It's funny, I had 3 forced months off, but I didn't really enjoy it because it was forced. But now I'm working again. It's like, I'd love a few days off. Tigero, SPT. Nice to see Ange front Haaland. He wanted to kill Gio. And Big Ange stood his ground. Is that right? Did Ange get involved? I might have to watch more of this. I didn't know that. You don't want to mess with Ange Postecoglou, man. You just don't. Ah, dear, oh dear. While others like Ten Hag bottle it, there's no bottling. They said we couldn't do it, didn't they? How many people in the media said, Spurs have got to adapt? Nah. I heard it before, particularly when Ange was managing Australia. You can't do that with Australia. We're not good enough. Aren't we? Looks like we were. Jamie Gitt, what's going on with Basuma? Passing phase, he'll get over it and come good? Yeah, I hope so, man. I don't know what happened in that game. I mean, really, like in that first half, there was kind of, I don't know, there was one or two too many passes in defence, which, you know, I can't be too critical of because at least they were trying to do the Ange thing. But it didn't really get into midfield much. And when that's been the case before, either Maddison or Basuma has dropped back and kind of collected the ball and run forward with it. And I feel I've been a bit harsh when I criticised Basuma for that. I think it was the third Man City goal. Kind of dribbling into a couple of players. And maybe he's just trying. You know, maybe he's just trying. Yeah, I think he'll come back. He seems to be made of stern stuff, does old Yves Basuma. How many Haag? I'd give him 2 more games, man. I'd give him 2 more games. I think he's gone. I think the fans are turning against him. I saw, I didn't watch it, but I saw a Mark Goldbridge headline, and I know Mark Goldbridge has been like supporting Ten Hag. Kind of a bit, it's not a dissimilar story to Spurs, you know. Our players have been letting managers down in the past, and we've just been changing managers. But I saw one where he said this is Ten Hag's fault. So, you know, maybe the Man United fans are turning. But then who's next? Who's next to manage Manchester City? It ain't going to be Ange Postecoglou. Who would they get? I don't know. It might be worth a Premier League side looking down a couple of divisions in England sooner or later, because I'm sure there's loads of great coaches around up and down the country, or even Scotland, or, you know, wherever. But because their names don't sound like fancy football names, they get a bit overlooked. But I'm sure they're out there. And they're probably facing the same problems that Ange is, you know, because Ange came from the arse end of the world, according to one of our prime ministers, not my words. That they just don't get the opportunity. Bit of a shame. Chippy. We've got a couple of new names in here. Hello, man. Hello, Chippy. Evening, Paul. Finally got YouTube to update to a new name. Oh, right. Okay, so what's your... Oh, look at you. You've put a suit on and you've tucked them away. Oh, you've smartened up. You don't know, scrub up nice. Jimmy Nipple seemed to offend a few nippleless people. Come on, Luton later. Oh, no. The nipples don't offend me. Luton does. But when are they playing? Isn't the weekend of football bloody over yet? What's going on? Used to be all at Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. EPL. Or are you playing, like, are you in the Carling Cup or whatever it's called these days? Where are we? Oh! So there's 2 more games. What? 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 Hang on, I don't get this. What? Didn't Arsenal play this weekend? They played this weekend, didn't they? What? So they're playing... Oh, hang on, today's Tuesday. Oh, sorry, man. So they're playing Tuesday night. Okay. Yeah, come on, Luton. I take it all back. Come on, Luton. Come on, let's do them. Let's do the Gooners. Yes, man. Wouldn't that be sweet? You know, cheeky little draw from Luton. Bit of a VAR incident just to get Arteta out of his pram again. Moaning. And this is the thing, right? I think people just generally don't want VAR. If you don't want VAR, then, you know, go easy a bit on the refs. I thought the referee for our game was pretty good against Manchester City. He made a comedy mistake near the end. I'm blaming his whistle. Didn't quite work. He had to blow some fluff or pubes or something out of it. I don't know. And then he whistled. But to say that turned the game, referees' decisions don't turn the game. Manchester City lost it. Drew that all by themselves. Edward Y of Oz, people with no experience saying Ange is naive. It is brilliant, isn't it? It is brilliant. How, I mean, it's like they talk about him sometimes like he's only been coaching since he joined Tottenham. Or maybe they'll give him a little bit of credit for Celtic, but when did he start coaching? Well, he started coaching at school. When he was 11 years old, he captained his school team, or coached his school team to a championship. Yeah, I know that's only at school, but bloody hell, it's a start, isn't it? And he's just won ever since. South Melbourne. Had a tough old time as Australian youth manager, because it's just the Australian youth team, man. The setup was appalling. Never blame the players, though. Never once blame the players, which is what we're going to see from Ange. So when Ange said at half-time to the players, go out and play, and I'll take responsibility, they can believe him. They can trust him, because he's already done that. That's his example. Magic, morning Paul, morning all, and a white heart. A white heart, how about that? Like the lane. I get it. I hope you're being clever there, and I hope I'm smart enough to think that I'm clever too. Tell you what, man. I had a look in the weather at New South Wales today. Tottenham, New South Wales. 42 degrees. 42 degrees. So I'll be packing some light clothes. 42 degrees, but not too humid. So dry. I don't mind dry heat. Humid heat is a sucker. Isarian and people with a lot of experience. That's even more laughable. Yeah, I know. It's all ends, isn't it? You've got people with no experience like poo-pooing it from a point of ignorance, and then you've got the so-called experts. I don't know, what are they, too cool for school or something? It is true. Gary Neville's coming on board, but I saw who was it? Was it Jamie Carragher or something? They're warming to Spurs, but they're still saying, oh, they'll finish in the top 5, maybe top 4. And I'm telling you, I think we can win it. What else do we have to do to turn people's minds? We've had the injuries. Now we know that, okay, if we get injuries now, at least we can cope with it and still play good football, which is more than other teams. Other teams haven't been quite tested as much, but maybe Newcastle have been put through the ringer as well. But the likes of Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool haven't been tested yet. Tigoro at SPT, member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. And I've got a new member. Another new member, which I haven't put on the video yet. I'll just give him a shout out. Because I've come across a problem. There's a character limit on the text field I'm using for the video. So I'm going to have to rejig the whole ending credits. So I've got so many members now. Not that I'm complaining. Because when I get a fully operational credit card, which about 21st of December, because I've been through a bit of financial crap, but I'm getting through it. Sean Hurl, welcome to the commune. Very nice. Thank you for your support. But when I do, that membership, actually, the money I get from membership is going to pay for an Optus subscription. That's what I'm going to use that for. So I'll be able to watch football matches, conveniently. I'll put it that way. But Tigro SPT is saying Ten Hag's biggest issue is his players revolting against him. He hasn't got the right character then, has he? Because we had that problem at Spurs. We had the likes of, Eric Dyer, Hugo Lloris, possibly Ben Davies, possibly Oliver Skipp, possibly Harry Kane, forming a bit of a clique. The leadership group. Ange came in, dismantled it. There's no argument. So if Ten Hag can't do that, he's not the right man for the job. Man U have issues. Oh, Glazers. Oh, my God. Yeah. And look, I don't feel sorry for other football fans on the football field when we beat them or whatever, or they fail. But I do feel sorry for Man United fans with what they're going through with their owners. The Glazers are just scumbags. They're just decimating the club, you know. And like it or not, you know, Manchester United was possibly not anymore the biggest football club in the world. I mean, people in Australia, they'll either support on the whole Manchester United or Liverpool. So it's kind of sad. But on the other hand, it's quite funny. Glazers make Levy look like the patron saint of the Premier League. That says a lot. I know it does, doesn't it? That's how low. That's how the bar is down here. You'd have to be a world record limbo dancer to get under it now. It's crazy. But that's what money's done, man. That's what money's done to football. Chippy, new game week. Got it. I'm on the program, man. Games Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So that means we have games. We've got games every day of the week now, haven't we? I mean, I suppose it's good, but Edward Byvoz, nipple cripple for Jimmy. Well, he's got a suit on now. We will never see that glorious chest again. Well, you lot might. You've only seen it occasionally. I've had to sit here and watch streams while that picture's coming out. It's burnt into my brain now. The damage is done. Damage is done. Chippy, rival fans, in fairness, starting to give him credit after the way we played versus City. Yeah, I think some of our fans could give him a bit more bloody credit as well sometimes. It was great though, wasn't it? I was kind of like when I did my review of the Man City game, because I was really tired as well. It was kind of it was a bit like when I saw George Clinton in concert, and I came out afterwards, and it was about it was probably nearly 3 hours of just, and you come out and you go, what was that? You know it was good, but you can't quite. Your brain's not built that way. And I felt a bit that way after the Manchester City game. It's like, what have I just seen? So, I like doing my review straight afterwards, but sometimes you need a bit of time to think things over and process it. And I don't think I was as positive as I could have been, because soon after that, I felt really good about it. Even if you see my review, you can see me talking through it. And by the time I finished the review, it's like, yeah, hang on, this was really good. But at the beginning, I was like, I can't understand it quite yet. Andy, g'day, Paul. Don't forget to put your scores in. Oh, they start tonight. All right. Well, let's do it. Let's do it here. Let's give you my predictions, because it ain't going to take long. I don't think about it too hard. But thank you. I'm running the competition. Not very well. So, yeah, you're right, though, to everyone. I think Andy's just talking about everyone else, isn't he? Not just talking to me, because I am a bit half-assed. Here we go. Wolves, Burnley. I wonder if... oh, no, they're away from home, though, aren't they? I'd love to give Burnley the win, but I don't know if I can. Wolves were a good side. See, I'm stuck at the first game. It's all right. I'll get on a roll around through them, because it don't matter, does it? I'm going to go 3-1 Wolves. Luton, Arsenal. I can't do it, man. I know it's a competition, but I just can't do it. I'm going to go 1-1. That's the best I can give Arsenal. Come on, Luton. Hopefully I'll wake up tomorrow morning. Oh, it'll be while I'm driving around, won't it? 7:15. Yeah, I'll be on the road for a bit. Brighton, Brentford. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go 0-0. 0-0. Yeah, don't get good old-fashioned 0-0s many these days. Crystal Palace, Bournemouth. I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 on that one. Fulham not. Oh, I don't bloody know. 1-1. Sheffield United, Liverpool. Don't make me do this. Actually, fuck it. You know what? I'm going 2-0 Sheffield United. Aston Villa, Manchester City now. We have shell-shocked Manchester City. I think Villa's going to win this. Erling Haaland might get... I don't know if he's going to get suspended for that game. You know what? I'm going to go 2-0. Manchester United, Chelsea. Oh, God, it's like... I mean, who gives a shit? Why bother playing the game, eh? They're both crap. I think Man United are so bad at the moment, they're not going to score. Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to win it. I think they're going to win 2-0. Everton, Newcastle. Everton are starting to do something. I think they'll score, but I think Newcastle will score more. Now, I'm going to take a plunge on this one. We've got Romero back. That's what I'm saying for that one. 6-0. It won't even let me put nil in. Oh, because I was hitting no. There we go. I'll tell you what, between now and April, we've got a nice run of fixtures. There is going to be a 6-goal stonking in there somewhere. This is the week that it might be. What's this? Oh, what? A few people have predicted. I don't understand. I don't understand what all that means. There we go. Football expert. Look, I've got to be better than, what was his name? The guy in The Sun. Was his name John Sadler? I remember back in 88, it was the Sun newspaper, and I think it was published on the day of the FA Cup final. And the FA Cup final was between Liverpool and Wimbledon. And John Sadler, the headline was, Liverpool 6, Wimbledon 0. Never has there been a 6-0 win in the blah, blah, bloody blah. And what happened? Wimbledon 1, Liverpool 0. So I can't be worse than that. Can't be worse than that. How long are we going? 38 minutes? All right, there's a few people watching. That's cool. Membership is available. But, Andy, thank you very much for the reminder. I would not have done it. And everyone else, get your tips in. But, yeah, I wouldn't have done it. I didn't, even when I... Yeah. All right, Ronald M. It's not as if... it was a disallowed goal. I think it would have been hacked down anyway outside the area. Oh, you're talking about the Grealish thing? Yeah. The entitled Manchester City fans, all two of them, because their ground looked bloody empty. It was half empty. I don't know what's going on there. I think, I can't remember seeing it on the replay. I'm sure Vicario was on it. And he still had two players on him. He had a bit of a puffy face. I mean, I'm not saying it looked like coke bloat on old Jack Grealish. I don't know, maybe if he's been out in the sun a bit too long, but don't know. Matthew, what the hell in Indian Standard Time? Here the game is at 1 a.m. Like, dude, that's midnight. Okay, it's 1 a.m. midnight. Hey, you know, if that floats your boat, man. Good to see you, Matthew. Paul G, another member of Hotspur Hippie Commune. Memberships are available if you want to support the channel. Glad I caught the stream. Good to see you, man. Hope you're well, Paul. Big game Thursday coming, you Spurs. Yeah, we're going to thrash them. We're going to thrash them. Stratford FC. Allianz Rovers. Nah, man. I think we've got them. I think we've got them. Yassari and the Parliament Funkadelic of football. I think it is. We're playing so much football, it can't fit in my brain, man. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly right. Matthew, what are your thoughts on Marcus Rashford? Well, I think he's a good player. You know, I don't watch Manchester United week in, week out. I think Rashford's a good player. Hang on. Yeah, he still plays for him, doesn't he? I just think Manchester United are a basket case. You know, you hear about Ange talking about creating an environment where players can enjoy playing and express themselves. But also that's, you know, a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. I think Manchester United, there's something horrible going on there. And yeah, the Glazers are a big part of it, but Ten Hag isn't the right guy. Not the right guy. You know, my first gut instinct of him was, I'm not sure about him. And yeah, I'm biased, I know. But then after a few games, I started thinking, okay, maybe I was being hasty. Maybe he's all right. But he's not. He's not. He's compromised his principle. You can't do that as a manager. Even when Conte was in charge of Tottenham, and I hated the style of football. I remember being on something maybe with Irish Hotspur and Sean Butler from Spurs Talk Show. And even though I hated the football, no way should he have adapted. Because, like, if that's your manager, the only chance you've got of success is just doing what they say. Whether you think the football is not pleasing on the eye or is, asking Conte to a different style of football would have been even worse than what we ended up with. I mean, it's hard to imagine, but it would have been. It would have been. So when a manager's in, they've got to just stick to their guns. Andy, by the way, I'm in Brazil. I'm Brazil in your comp. Oh, yeah? Only joined it last game week. It's never too late, man. I'm a Londoner that moved to Australia in '94, a year before me. Palace fan. Oh, yeah. I remember you. Just retired to Thailand with my wife. Nice one. Absolutely nice one, man. That is probably something that I might be thinking about. Thailand, Indonesia, something like that. I've got a friend who's moved to the Philippines, and he's having a great time over there because you know, the Australian pension does go a long way over there. Matthew, oh man, delusional Paul is back. Well, you know, that's what being football fans about. That's what I mean, maybe you missed me earlier. I think we can win the league again. I think we can win the league. If we can do that against the best team in the world, with not our best team, oh my Lord. And you know what was good about it? All those players that are unavailable for selection through injury or suspension or whatever, they're watching that lot play. They know they have to up their game because there's replacements. Company of India, you know, maybe someday. Look, I've got a slight thing in my brain about going to Eden Gardens for a test match, but I've got a few more things to get through before I do that. But you never know, man. Anyway, my can's run out. Talk amongst yourselves. We've only got one of the two Ronnies in, so I can't do that. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Now, my producer, agent, Mountain Bushman, has sent me a couple of articles. I'm just going to have a quick see, because he knows I'm driving around all day, so I don't have a chance to have a look at much. Let's just have a look at what the articles are here. What the EPL? This is on football something. What the EPL? Spurs are going places under Ange. So what can he teach? Nowhere Fast United. And look, there's a big picture of Ten Hag. They stick to the plan. Yes, what I'm saying. They don't shy away from the plan. Yeah. Yeah, I know all that, man. I know all that. And what's this one? Tottenham Star. It's Daily Mail. Daily Mail Sport. Tottenham star James Maddison reveals he had never heard of one of his Spurs teammates and had to look him up on YouTube to see if he is any good. Who would that be? Must have been someone we bought. Someone who hasn't played in the Premier League before. So that would either be Van der Ven or Vicario. Is there anyone else? I mean, maybe Papa Matasar because he didn't get much game time. They would be my three candidates. I bet I've got to scroll all the way at the bottom of this bloody article to find out. Past the ads. Vicario. So Madison says, we signed him. I hadn't obviously signed yet. I was like, who's he? Kind of thing. I'd never heard of him. The midfielder continued to reveal that he took to watching YouTube highlights of his soon-to-be teammate before he joined Spurs. I'm in the back of the car on his YouTube Vicario highlights to see if he was any good. I did the same, man. You know. They were all right, to be fair. Brilliant shot stopper. That's the one thing. I think he's hard to score past. Sometimes we'll practice penalties and shooting in training. I want him in goal because he's the hardest to score past. Up yours, Hugo. But that's good, isn't it? That's a good attitude to have. You know, you don't want easy training, do you? Oh, we got a super chat, man. Tigaro SPT is double dipping because he's a member as well. Thanks, man. Paul, get the cheapest Optus mobile plan. Well, I do have to work. You know, an Optus going down. Like if I was on Optus, I wouldn't have been able to work for that day. And you save $17. Oh, hang on, $17. Well, I pay my whole mobile phone prepaid for a year. I think it's about like $200, something like that, through Kogan, and that's a year. And I don't know what the data allowance is, but I never run out of it. I think I've got to renew it in 2 months, and I've only just used 50%. You save $17 a month on the normal Optus Sport membership. $6.99 for Optus Peeps, $24 for the rest. Oh, well. Well, you know what? Maybe I can then afford to, as well as Optus, I can splurge out on who's doing the FA Cup. It's gonna be someone else. Probably, I don't know who it is. I don't know. But thanks, man. Thanks for the contribution. Appreciate it. Matthew, is Hugo Lloris a legend of us? I'd say no. I'd just say no. You know, a legend doesn't quit at half time, and that's what he did against Newcastle. And I don't think he was a particularly good captain. I think he was almost toxic. But on the other hand, maybe giving him 10 minutes to say goodbye to the fans might be good. But I don't know. Not a legend. No, definitely not a legend. Because when I think of legends of Tottenham, I'm thinking of, like, you know, even some of them weren't with us for very long. Paul Gascoigne, Glenn Hoddle, Ozzy Ardiles, Graham Roberts, even Paul Miller, Tony Galvin, Steve Perryman, Gary Mabbott, David Ginola. You could even probably put Jurgen Klinsmann in there. You know, there's a hell of a lot people higher up than Hugo. Harry Kane. Son Heung-min, I think, is doing really well for us. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Rivet Gold, which is just a mid-strength beer. Get it from Aldi. They sell it in boxes of 12. And I like it because I can, like, you know, have 2 or 3 and I don't get off my tits. Because I like the taste of it. Bale. Look, he's probably one of our best players, but look, it's all a matter of opinion, isn't it? And also bear in mind that for a fair bit of time when I moved to Australia, I mean, really didn't include Bale so much. Well, I did a little bit. From about 95 to maybe 2012, I didn't see so much Spurs. I think to be a legend, man. I think to be a legend, you've got to win things. You've got to lift the cup. So Ledley King would be up there. That's the standard of Spurs. But I get it that Bale would be up there for other people, for sure. Just not for me. It didn't sing. But I remember the night in Inter Milan when he ripped Inter apart. So, you know, I get it why people would do that. Matthew, if Son wins us the Premier League, he'll be a bigger legend than Kane. I'd agree. Absolutely, I would agree with that, Matthew. No doubt about it. I was watching Sonny very closely during that game because I've seen a bit of criticism that he's not a good captain. So I was watching him very carefully. I mean, my biased opinion was that I think he's a great captain anyway. I think he's our best captain since Ledley King. But just to see, and he was motivating players. He was getting up them, and he played really, really well as well. I mean, that goal he scored, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:35 he would have scored, and I was jumping all over the place. I just thought it was so good. You know, Brian Hill doing a little turn, Kulu with I wouldn't say it was a perfect ball because Son had a bit of work cut. It wasn't easy for Son. Wasn't easy. He kind of had to check around the outside of his player, move it on with his head, keep it under control, and then have composure in front of the goal. And I thought he did. It was an amazing goal. I think Edison, their goalkeeper, should have done better, but that's not taken away from him. I mean, Son is deadly. Son is deadly. And if he wins us the Premier League, it's cemented. It's cemented, man, absolutely. And yes, you're right, bigger legend than Kane. I would agree with that. Hello, Glenn Hoddle. Speaking of legends, hello, Martin. G'day, Paul and Commune, another member of the Hotspur Hippie Commune. Super Chats memberships are available. Matthew, Bale is a legend. Come on, Paul. Look, he may be for you. He just isn't for me. Just isn't for me. Tigara, SBT. Reese is a serviceable lieutenant, respected but not a legend. Yeah, no, he's not a legend. Like goalkeeping legends for Tottenham. Ted Ditchburn, Pat Jennings, Ray Clements. That would be, so it's been a while. Vicario, if we win the Premier League, which I think we could do, I really do think we could do it. I think we could do it this year. I think next year we're definitely going to win it. Definitely win it. But I think we could do it. I think we can. Vicario will be up there with him, with the best. I like what I've seen from him. I think he's the best keeper in the Premier League, bar none. Sometimes you've got to have a bit of longevity, though, to cement your status. There's rare exceptions. Matthew, but Bale is Madrid's greatest winger. Well, then he's a legend for them, isn't he? Look, if he's a legend for you, man, he's a legend for you. Don't let me burst your bubble. We had Modric as well. Is he a legend for Tottenham? No, but he's a good player. I mean, he's still one of the world's best players. Paul G. Morning, I also more. Hey, it's the man from Norfolk Island. In fact, this is a place I want to go to as well. Maybe next year. I don't know much about Norfolk Island, but it sounds cool. So I want to go. I want to go to Norfolk Island and watch a game. I want to watch a Spurs game there, man. I really do. Not that I want to show off. Not that I want to show off, but Norfolk Island has no taxes. Pack of 46 is only $14. Well, it's never too late to start. Why be a quitter? Matthew, Son scored 10 goals and 3 assists in the Premier League. I know, it's a great record. Great record. And there's plenty more to come. Plenty more to come. Son is literally, I think you might mean figuratively. I'm not, Cristiano when it comes to big games and big fixtures. Let's see what happens when we have one. Plenty of those games are coming. Look, he could well be. I don't doubt that he's got the capability, but we've got to have a big game for that to happen. We haven't had a big game since the European Cup final a few years ago, and we were just out of that game from the bloody get-go. Our heads dropped. Craig the Gecko, man, eh? What a redemption arc you've had in the tipping competition. From bottom to second, I think. Well done. You've had a good week, man. A very good week. Andrew Byron Loveshire. We only sell litres of spirits here. This sounds like my kind of place. 1 litre vodka, $18. 1.2. Well, how do you get to... So is it possible for someone to move to Norfolk Island? Or is it like a bit of a closed shop? Are you like heavily unionised? Because, I mean, bloody hell. Not that I could move there at the moment because I need to earn money. I'm sure the Uber business isn't too hot in Byron. There's probably a taxi driver there that would kneecap me if I started doing that. No. We're not having that, Edward. No. Glenn Oddle, as a captain, Son has become a better all-round player in my humble opinion. I think so. You know, it's elevated him, isn't it? It's elevated him. I think it's great. It's funny, the moment he was announced as captain, I thought, yeah, you know what? I think that's a good move. You see him barking at players on the pitch. Maybe people think he's like a quiet little Asian. No, he isn't, man. He really isn't. The players respect him. They respect him. Matthew, City, Liverpool, Arsenal. There's big games and there's big games, man. Big game is when it's all in the line. A big game is a cup final. That's it for me. Cup final. Or going for the Premier League. That's big games. City, Liverpool, Arsenal literally played very well. Look, I'm not trying to take anything away from Son because I do think he's he's one of our best players, and I think he's a great captain, a great leader. He represents the club well off the pitch as well, which is fantastic. But a big game is a big game, man. Glenn Oddle, are you ready for your trip to Tottenham? Yeah, so I've got the washing on. Stage 2 of that is I've got to put it in a dryer and push another button, so I might fall, but I'm going to get up early tomorrow morning, do a few hours work. Excuse me. Hang on. Do a few hours work, come home, and pack and go. So I'll be heading towards the Blue Mountains for an overnight stop with a mate of mine, and then we'll be probably heading off the next day. Although, plans change. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's something stupid and fun to do, isn't it? And yeah, I've got to also remember to clear some space on my phone because I want to do a fair bit of videoing. So I've got enough material to put. I'm not going to put like 2-hour videos together or anything like that. I want them. If I'm uploading videos to YouTube, I think 15, 20 minutes tops. But it ain't going to be that long. But it's going to be a bit of work with cutting it all together. I don't know when I'll get that done, but I'll stream from Tottenham for sure. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know what the mobile phone coverage there is or Wi-Fi, so that might stab me in the foot again because we're really talking out in the middle of nowhere that might not have that great of facilities. But hopefully I'll do a stream from out there. It'd be cool to do a stream from the Oval, actually, wouldn't it? From the Tottenham Sports Complex. Or maybe the Tottenham Hotel, who knows? Ronald M. All 3 goals were excellent against City. They were, weren't they? They were. That first one, good team goal. Second goal, what was the second goal? Oh, Lo Celso. just to the left-hand side of the outside the penalty area. Bang! Didn't give the keeper a chance. Perfect. Who gave him that ball? Because he got a good ball. Can't remember. But the third one, Johnson, was a absolute perfect cross, and Kulu. Oh man, you wouldn't want to fight him for the last tangerine in a bag, would you? He just bundled him over. Perfectly legit. Shoulder to shoulder charge. Just monstered him. And I don't know quite in the end what part of his body it came off. It's like head, shoulder, whatever. But it was just momentum. Mass. His mass. Thumph. I don't know if you saw his interview after the game. He's pumped. He's pumped. He said, he said something about, we're going to do something special. We could end the league number 1, man. We could. We really could win this bloody league this year. Paul G. If Luton get a result today, my local area goes mental. I live in a village a few miles away. I'll be cheering on the Hatters. I'll give that a 4 out of 10. That burp weren't very good. It was a bit wet. Cheering on the Hatters, absolutely. Well, we've got a link with Luton, haven't we? Even though Luton's a bit of... David Pleat. David Pleat came from Luton to Tottenham. Did well for us before alleged exploits curtailed his career at Tottenham. Paul, you don't need a lot of coin when spirits are $18 a litre. I mean, that would last me a month, something like that. Have a safe journey, mate. Yeah, look, the main thing is it's not that treacherous or anything, but the main thing I will do is we will pack. I'm going to make sure we got lots of water just in case, because it is going to be hot out there, and if you get like a flat tire or a car buggers up, and you've got to wait a few hours for help, you've got to have water. That's the main thing. So maybe some crisps, some fatty snacks, carbs and protein. Paul G. Cooley seems more determined this season, more passionate. One of his best games in a Spurs shirt was the weekend. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I was getting a bit frustrated with him, man, because he was, he's going at the byline and passing it out wide. But yeah, it was great. He seems fired up. Look, his first season was great with us, or first half of season. Last season was really ordinary, but that was just the way. It wasn't him, it was everyone. It was everyone. Even the fans, Antonio. And then they just stop singing it, and then they do it maybe once during a game, whereas you can hear, Ange Postecoglou, which is a Celtic chant. And I'm glad that Spurs fans have adopted it. Tigger SPT, Kulu, I think to Gia. Oh, Kulu, it was Kulu, was it? Okay, well, there you go, man. There you go. Colin Cross, we gave them 2 goals. I know we gave him 1 with Basuma, but I'm softening to that because he was trying to play football, and sometimes it just doesn't work, and sometimes you make the wrong decision. I'm sure he had in his mind just dribbling it up the pitch, and it didn't come off. So it was a mistake, but at least he was trying. What were the other 2 goals? Bloody hell, I can't remember now. I can't remember their goals. I'm sure they were great. Was it one from Emerson? Did he give it away? No, it wasn't. Oh, the free kick. It was the free kick in the Son own goal. Look, I don't blame Son for that, because there was a Manchester City player right there that the ball would have got to, and Son would have been aware of it. I think this about own goals. Usually own goals are caused from pressure from the other team. And that was a case in point. Son had to do something with his leg, and he just got unlucky with it. But the goal, we've played teams where they've scored own goals because of our pressure. and we've done a couple of ourselves because of the other team's pressure. So that was 2. What was the third one? So there was the free. There was. I don't know, man, but it wasn't good enough for them. It wasn't good enough for the world's best team, apparently. World's best team. They might be apparently the world's best team last year, but they're forgetting that Tottenham Hotspur is the greatest football team the world has ever seen. Full stop. Period. That's it. Glenn Oddle. You were at the game, weren't you? You left me a comment today. I saw that, man. The fans didn't stop. I heard him. It was great. Just wish Kulu had a right peg. Well, one peg's better than no peg. But, my impression, the Man City, they just don't seem passionate, do they? I think that's what happens when you inflate a club. It's not like there aren't passionate Manchester City fans. I mean, look at Noel and Liam Gallagher. So they're there, but it's been inflated by all the other lot, and they don't give a shit, really, do they? They don't. Colin Cross. Johnson gave Walker a very uncomfortable afternoon. Yeah, he did. And who was a Doggy facing? Because Doggy was getting the better of his match as well. Pedro Porro, man. Pedro Porro. He didn't get beaten. Pedro Porro. Shit, man. For all the talk about he couldn't defend, he's looking really good. Left him for dead. Sonny's goal and turned him silly to cross for Decky. Yeah. Even Son's own goal was good. Yes, man. Yep. The killer instinct. That's it. Where's the other Ronnie? I want to play the video. Come on, Ronnie. God. Right, just while it's a bit quiet in the chat, I'm going to show you again where I'm going tomorrow. Why not, eh? It's my road trip. Tottenham. Actually, let's have a look at the Wikipedia about Tottenham. Is there any more in? Let's have a look at Tottenham, New South Wales official website. Show you what I'm going to see. Here we go. Look at this. Tottenham, New South Wales. Their broadband's up. Look at this. You know it's far away from places when they have a sign like that. Tottenham is the sole centre. Oh, is there blues there? That'd be cool. Centre of New South Wales. Whatever. Oh, there's a video. Tottenham, the soul of the centre. I don't think I've watched that yet. I'm going to whet my appetite. I'm going to watch it tonight. Look at this. Ah, beautiful. Whoa, look at this. Sporting facilities. Double rainbow. Bugger all. Some paintings. The soul of the centre. And a big pub. And look. Hang on. I'll give that a 5. That weren't bad, that one. Bit of a water tank. There's the main road. And there's what you see. Activities and events. What's happening? Maybe there's something happening, is there? Not a lot going on there, really. All right, well, what else have we got? Community Expo. I've missed that. That happened 4 years ago. So I've missed out on the Tottenham Community Expo. I'm not doing this to belittle this place, by the way. It's, it's a regional place. It's only a small population, so it's to be expected. Recreational facilities. Looks like a bloody nice swimming pool. The golf club. They got a golf club. I don't know how they keep the greens green. Here we go. This is where I'm staying. The Tottenham Hotel. Oh, you can't click on the photos. There it is. That's where I'm staying. Oh, there's some bikes. And there's a race course. There's a historical society. Look at this. Ah, I missed it. Bloody hell, I missed it. It's been rescheduled for 7 years ago. Maybe they operate on a different calendar. I don't know. But I missed out on that. Bugger. Opportunities. Hey, look at this. Managerial. There we go. Giving the First Nation people a shout out. Good on them. Where the lifestyle is laid back. Oh, it sounds like my kind of place, this. Bogan Highway. Ah, attractions. Let's see what they've got to offer. There's some birds. There's lots of words there. I'm really looking forward to it because when you get out of the city, people are cool. So I'm sure I'm going to have a great time there. Anyway, that's a bit about Tottenham, New South Wales, where I'm going, starting my journey there tomorrow. Going to bring Tottenham back, football back to Tottenham. Oh, there's a super chat from another double dipper. Another double dipper. Glenn, too kind. Thank you very much, man. £5. Enjoy your trip, man. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. That's it, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Richie B, good evening, Paul. Emerson sliced to clearance and Basuma lost the ball. Oh, okay, so you're explaining. Okay, let me just get back with the program here. Is this what you... Okay, so Emerson sliced to clearance. Basuma lost the ball, yep. But when these players take risks and they come off, it changed the game. Yeah, yeah. I think my immediate thought after the game was, oh, bloody hell, Basuma. But I've kind of mellowed because you want him to try things like that. And at the end of it, we still drew the game by other players taking risks. You know, Hill taking a risk. Johnson taking a risk. You know, so I can't be too hard on it, man. I can't be too hard on it. If we're going to take the good bits, we've got to take the rough, I guess, you know. Glenn Hoddle, Bissouma thought he was Beckenbauer for a split second. Well, you know, if it would come off, though. If it had come off, he had an idea in his brain. This is the thing. I've got to give him credit. He thought, I mean, I don't know what, but he thought something brilliant's going to happen here. And it didn't work out. Now, Colin, yes. That was... so Colin Cross is saying... Johnson also left Gvardiol 90 metres in his shadow. That was cool. Round the outside, and he just kicked. Oh, it's brilliant. He kicked on. So I can see why Ange wanted Johnson in the team. I mean, yeah, that was brilliant. That was one of those moments I thought, oh my God, he's pretty good, this Johnson kid, you know. Glenn Hoddle. One point I thought we were at home. Yeah. Twin Cities. Tottenham. Is it still in Haringey? Or have they buggered around with all the borders? Richie B, more Prem games today, people. Don't forget about your predictions in. Yes, that's it. Good segue. Good reminder. Because you reminded me, because I would have forgotten. There we go. Website, predictthefootball.com. Free to join. Doesn't ask for anything. Make up an email address. You don't have to verify it. Hotspur Hippie League of Peace code 5343. The Hotspur Hippie League of Peace code 534030. Free to enter. Join at any time. Doesn't matter if you join last week of the season. You might win the last week. It's just a bit of fun. There's no prizes. No gambling on this site. You know, I was watching... when I was watching the Tottenham game, oh my God. Every advert. This bet, arse bet, twat bet, knob bet. Oh my God. Oh, we've got special... we've got special feet. We've got special extra way. This is the only web betting thing where we've got this way of taking all your bloody money. Because if sport isn't enough, if it isn't enough for you to get in your veins, come on, where's my vein gone? I need to gamble more. No gambling on this YouTube channel. Switched all that shit off. Not happening here. Oh, Richie B, also, if you hate Chelsea, hit the like button. I should do that on my own videos, hit the like button. I keep forgetting. Richie B, yes, but he's talking to someone else, but I saw that stat in there and I had to highlight this. In the second half, we had 56%. 56%. God, this Rivet gold, eh? You have two of them and you're anyone's, aren't you? We had 56% possession. Yeah, brilliant. No one does that. No one. No one does it. I love what Ben and Sim called it. What did Ben call it? He called it the deck he had. Because Decky has scored there every time he's been there. It's the deck he had. It's brilliant. Tottenham needs a giant cockerel. You might be right. You might be right. Because I don't know if they know much about Tottenham. I'm going to educate them. Or maybe I'll just go there and go, oh, not another bloody Spurs fan. We play AFL here. We don't play ball. No, they won't be like that. Alan Bennett, morning from Hertfordshire. Good morning, Alan. Oh, it's Alan Bennett. Alan Bennett, England's favourite playwright. Hope you're going to have a good day in the taxi. Faz Radfar. Hey, Faz Radfar 3-1 Spurs. Nice to see you, man. Big up, Paul. Soon we batter a team by a big margin, I'm sure of that. Yeah, it's coming. Your 3-1 thing might have to change to 6-0. There is one coming, I swear on it, man. I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Before April, I think we're going to do... There's going to be a game where we score 6 goals. I can see it. I can see it. Couldn't agree more, says Richie B. That's how Ange wants us to play, yeah. Everyone's saying, oh, change. No. Alan Bennett, that cross from Brennan Johnson, it was perfect, wasn't it? Perfect. Dynamite. Dynamite. Hey, compañero, hola. It's El Tel Cockerel. More good morning to your good evening, Paul. Bring on West Ham. I know we're going to slaughter them. We are absolutely going to mash them. I'm sure of it. Faz Radfar 3-1. Oh, God, wouldn't it be good if tomorrow morning Arsenal draw or something? Yeah, they might bloody... You know what? They might beat Luton by a fair margin and then get all cocky and take their foot off the gas. So either way, I see it as a win. But, can you imagine waking up tomorrow morning? I imagine waking up tomorrow morning. Well, it won't be. I'll be on the road for a bit. And I'll just see... Luton Town 1, Arsenal 1. Music. Faz Radfar 3-1. We've been very unlucky with own goals this season. I'm not sure about that, man. Own goals are there for a reason. 3 so far. They've cost us 6 points. We score own goals under pressure. Any team generally scores own goals under pressure. Like the one that Romero scored when we were playing against Arsenal. If he had done nothing, there were 2 Arsenal players waiting. So he had to do something, and he just didn't get it quite right. So we would have been top of the table. I think what has kind of cost us points, though, is us us missing chances. But then maybe we've seen the turnaround for that in the Man City game where we took our chances, man. We took our chances. Mark, how are you, my good man? I'm all right, man. Can't wait for Thursday in West Ham. Yeah, wet spam. Paul G, signing up now. What's the code again? 534030. Here we go. Predict the Prem. I'll put it up on the screen. Because, you know, I don't know if people can hear or not. Maybe they're just lip reading or something. So I'll put it up on the screen. There we go. You know what? Oh, I've just moved something. Did I just move the comments? Yeah. Let's move the comments back down there. And I'll just stick that like uncomfortably. Hopefully that's because I'm broadcasting in glorious 1080p. Oh, don't piss me off. Hopefully you can still read that. It's probably going to be small, but there it is. 534030. Maybe it's not legible at the moment. Maybe I'll just go clap my hands to get the background changing a bit. It'll change. It's all sound activated. Glenn Oddle, we have their number now, and Pep knows it. I think you're right, man. The implosion. Oh, wasn't it a beautiful thing to see? It was a passionate implosion as well. It wasn't just a mild implosion. It was they absolutely lost their shit over little old Tottenham. Spursy old Tottenham. You know, that second half, that to me was Spursy. That's what Spursy means to me. Glenn Oddle, Stratford FC are going to get a spanking this week. I think they are, man. I think they are. They're not going to. What have they got? How's West Ham doing? I haven't really paid much attention to them. One of the more homogenous fan groups in there. Well, maybe not anymore, but they used to be. Them and Chelsea still are. They're all posh people and Tories. West Ham. Yeah. Mediocre. Nothing to worry about. For me, West Ham. Nothing to worry about. Harry Wood. Morning, Paul. I think we're winning 5-0. Oh, this is it, man. Yes, we're winning 5-0. I'm going 6-0. Why are you so negative, Harry? They're rubbish. And we are the greatest. That's it. We are the greatest. There's no doubt about it. Alan Bennett. All my wife's family are all West Ham. I fucking hate them. See you next Tuesday. That's right. That's Alan Bennett. That's how he talks. All West Ham. Yeah, I'm sure you've had a couple of comments in your life, if that's the case, man. Harry Wood, we're never Spursy. We battered Man City. See, Spursy to me means Glenn Oddle dink over the top for Archibald to get on the end of the score. Spursy to me is Steve Perryman sticking one on Jerry Gower. Spursy to me is Graham Roberts bundling over, was it Charlie Nicholas? Over an advert hoarding. Spursy's a good thing to me. Harry Wood, yeah, bloody negative me, yeah, but others will say we will lose. What is it? There's no Spurs fans seriously saying we're going to... No, look, if it's not Spurs fans, I don't give a shit. I don't care what non-Spurs fans say, but surely there's no Spurs fans saying we're going to lose. There's no way. No way. Paul G, and look, I'm going to finish off here. Unless someone puts it in a big super chat, then I'm obliged. Well, I'm not obliged, but I will read it. How did you become a Spurs fan? Family? No. My family was fairly football agnostic. It was a kid. As a kid, I had a football and it had teams on it. I threw it up and it said West Ham. and I threw it up again, and it had Spurs on it, so I supported Spurs from a young age. But you know, until I really went to a game, which was probably when I was 13 or 14, that's when it really bit into me, you know. So you know, my own choice, and it was a lot of fun for quite a while, and then maybe it wasn't as much fun, but I think even funner times are coming. Anyway, folks, look, you know what, I'm gonna leave it off here. We've done an hour and 25 minutes. As usual, you lot in the comments have been amazing company. You lot people lying on your couches and just having fun or driving, you've been wonderful as well. If you're watching it afterwards, if you click like and subscribe, that's great. Thanks to Tigger and Glenn for the super chats. Thanks to the new member, who I will give a shout to again, because why is it saying swipe to unlock? What's wrong with my thumb? It's not even letting me swipe. I mentioned him. What's swipe? Is it like humidity or something? No. Oh, brilliant. I'll just have to reboot my phone. I'm sorry to the new member. I've forgotten his name, but I'll mention him next time. So thanks for the super chats. Thanks for people liking and subscribing. Just thanks for everyone watching, really. You know, it's really cool. I'll never take it for granted that people are choosing to spend their time listening to me, hopefully entertain you. I hope that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to be a bit of a goofball, have a bit of fun, because that to me is what football's about. So until next time, folks, when I'll be on the road towards Tottenham, New South Wales. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow from the Blue Mountains, and then the next day probably from Tottenham. Till next time, peace and love, man, and come on you Spurs.